Hi, my name is Anisa Poonja, and I really wanted to take some time to talk about love and consciousness, but love and consciousness in action, especially during this time, with everything that's going on with, COVID and the way we're, this old paradigm that we've been stuck in, that I think we can all feel it, this little, not little actually, this huge rat race and lack of connection that we've been so caught up in, and moving into a new paradigm where we move more towards love and consciousness, and where we're more connected, like, to ourselves, to our loved ones. And I don't know about you, but I know that there's a lot of people that have realized that this time that they've had in isolation made them realize that there's a lot of parts of our lives that we've neglected, that I hope that you've also realized, and for myself as well, that those things that we've neglected are the most essential things in our lives. Like having that time to listen to our partner, to be with our kids, and to just be more conscious of how we express ourselves, and we express our life, and where we choose to direct our energy in our everyday life. And I think that in this old paradigm, we've been so pulled outside of ourselves through our senses, through media, through marketing, and through trying to achieve and strive and for whatever goals that we may have. And it's not that there's anything wrong with having those goals. It's just that I feel that we can all get very carried away and in trying to achieve something in the future, which, by the way, then there's always another goal and then another goal, and then eventually we reach the grave. So in that whole process of being outside of us, and we've kind of come to a realization, I feel, that we've neglected our body and our mind. And like I mentioned before, that in a connection with our core being, as well as connecting authentically with other people. So when we're connecting authentically with other people, I think what's missing here is that presence. Often we're meeting with someone for coffee and we're listening to them, but are we really listening to them? We're probably often caught thinking about what are we wanting to say next before they even finish their sentence, or what we're going to do next. So that deep listening is part of being present with one another. And in that space of presence, we can be, there's more space for authenticity to arise, and for us to meet each other truly as we are, and letting go of all those pretty decorations that we've liked to put on ourselves, and how we appear, on the outside, and keeping up, with a certain image. So that presence that I'm talking about is not even just meeting each other truly and deeply listening, really being there, and holding that space for each other. And so within that presence is everything. When we're holding that space, or for others, or even not even holding, but just being present, is where life can fully express itself, and where we're not imposing ourselves on others or on things or on life. We're constantly trying to push things to happen, or for wanting things to be in a particular way, or projecting our own ideas on things. And when we stop doing that, we actually allow people, circumstances, and things just to be. And when we do, and I know that we all have felt these moments, that when we do, what comes out of it more? Space, freedom, and joy, because we're allowing life to just express itself as it needs to and leading us where it needs to, and trusting that. So there is that deep trust, but there's also that part where we have choice. We have choice in the way that, you know, in deciding what we want to support and how we want to be involved in the world. So being more conscious about our actions and, you know, the choices that we make, even in our everyday life. And when we follow that love and consciousness in the choices that we make, naturally, this love and consciousness grows in the choices that we make, in the people that are involved, in, you know, in the land, in, you know, in everything that we choose from. And so, because we're all connected, it's so important that as we move into this new paradigm, you know, we move from that place of just taking more responsibility for ourselves and, you know, the choices that we make. And part of it is also practicing a sense of selflessness, right? So for example, when you're in the shop, right, and, you know, you can quickly grab something that, you know, isn't organic, for example, or, you know, isn't sustainable, or you have the choice of, you know, stopping, being less selfish, and really thinking about where you're directing your energy. What are you investing and supporting? It's so important, especially with all this chaos that's been going on. I think we've been slapped on the face enough by Mother Nature and you know, everything else that's going on. That let's not get into politics, which is even beyond that, because it starts with the individual. It's so important that if each one of us become more aware, more loving, more conscious, everything else flows from that place, and things just transform. But we need to start waking up ourselves. And so when we're making choices, I choose to support Organic India. And the reasons for that is numerous. And Organic India is this incredible brand. And I love Organic India, not only because of the taste and the benefits of Tulsi, but also because of the ethics and the morals that this company has. They support thousands of farmers in sustainable and organic farming. And it's just so much more than just a tea. You know, they give dignity to the farmers. They give access to health care. They work in women empowerment. So, you know, they really do take care of the choices that they make, and from the ground up. And I think that's what I respect the most about, you know, this company. And so when you're having this tea, you're not only benefiting yourself, but, you know, you're giving back and you're investing your energy and your love and contributing, you know, to this greater essence, you know, this greater purpose where there's no separation. There's no separation between love and consciousness, Mother Nature, these farmers that are working on that land, that are supporting their families, Tulsi, and you when you're having it. So every sip that you take, I hope that you take it mindfully, and I hope that you take this moment to really appreciate, you know, all the way, you know, where it comes from. And so in Buddhism, there's this beautiful practice where you usually do this before you start eating a meal, where you look at your plate and you say a kind of gratitude prayer, or it doesn't even have to be a prayer. It's just got to be, it's just a moment of gratitude. So every time you have, you know, your Tulsi tea, it's that time for you to ground and to take that moment of gratitude. And when you're looking at this tea, when you're tasting it, when you're savoring it, and it's healing your whole body and mind, it's not only creating this balance within you, but it's creating balance within the hearts and body and mind of other people who have been, connected to this whole creation of you arriving in this present moment. So we are not separate. And I hope that I can leave you with that. And I hope that next time you choose with love and consciousness. So I'd love you to experience this tea for all the reasons that I've mentioned before. And so if you jump on Organic India, there'll be the checkout and you can pick whatever tea you want. They're all amazing. My favorite one is the Tulsi Sleep because it helps me to unwind before going to bed. So you can get a 15% discount if you mention my name. So it'll be like Anisa, Anisa, and then you get the discounts. So give me a buzz and, tag me, let me know, what your experience is of it. I'd love to hear. Okay, I'll see you soon.